Hey everyone, and welcome to this Loop Hero guide on the secret to becoming stronger in this game. In my time covering this game on both YouTube and on Twitch TV, I've received a ton of questions and comments with regards to, well, why the game seems so much easier for me than others. A lot of players said, Alex, why am I getting smoked on Chapter 1 Lich and you're running through Chapter 4 like it's a joke? What am I doing wrong? I'm going to break that down for you right now. Now, a lot of players aren't doing two very simple things that have a huge impact on their strength. The first is they're not upgrading the war camp. Honestly, it blows my mind the amount of times people say, Alex, what do I need to do? I said, have you upgraded your war camp? They're like, you can upgrade buildings? I'm like, oh man, yes, you can upgrade buildings, and your war camp gives you 20% strength to your hero. Now, much like everything else in this game, the game doesn't tell us what that 20% actually does, but based on my testing, what the 20% is, it's a 20% increase on your primary statistic in your primary weapon slot. So for rogues and warriors, that is your weapon slot, and for necromancers, that is your, what's it called? Grimoire. I almost forgot what it's called for a second. The Grimoire. And what happens there is you have a primary statistic there. So the Grimoire, the primary statistic is skeleton level. Okay, for your weapons in warrior and rogue, it's damage, and you're getting an extra 20% on top of that. Now the developer might tweak this or change this or actually explain this, but as of right now, that's based on our understanding. Each time you level this up, you get a 4% increase to a maximum of 20, and that adds up. You've all lost fights with bosses where you've barely died and you were so close to winning, and this war camp upgrade is going to do that for you. Now, I'm not going to leave this page yet because the next secret is right here, and that is in supply and the number of mud huts built. Now, supply is without question the most influential system in this game. And a lot of players like to say 1% to max HP for every whole resource gained during expedition. That sucks. Why would I want 1 HP? Who cares? Who cares about 0.2 HP regen? Who cares about, 1 vampirism or 1 defense? Who cares about any of it? It's the most important system in the game, and this is how I get to 12k HP with a rogue easily. And the way so first of all, you have to expand your actual slots. So you'll notice that I'm at 112. The way you get there is through two things here. One, you build buildings. Just buildings actually give you slots. Watchtower give us +2. The warehouse is very important. The warehouse has to be positioned beside the supply depot, and each warehouse gives you 10 each. Okay, huge upgrade. Each mud hut gives you a few as well, and then you upgrade from level 2 to 3 will give you an additional one as well. Every mud hut makes a big difference. Like, for instance, here, I'll make one for you. So we're going to get a mud hut here. We're going to throw it down. We're going to throw it down right over here. Why wouldn't we? And we just increased our supply to 113, and that's going to allow me to add another defensive armor there. So why wouldn't I? Now, these are so important because they stack. There's only 2 that don't stack. The rare book, which provides defense for every card in your hand, and the brass candlestick does not stack. Everything else does. Why do bosses seem so easy? Because I'm doing a ton of extra damage with all these old paintings that are doing 4%, right? The best item in the game might be the kitchen knife. 1% base HP for every food item placed in your camp. And your camp is here. So that's why I don't even care. If I'm not even fighting vampires, I'm going to still run garlic because I want the 1% HP. This makes the game so much easier because if you have more HP, you just sustain fights better. The loop is one loop. When you get to the campfire, you heal. And the result of that is that the more HP you have, the more punishment you can withstand in your loops, the more mobs and enemies you can put in your loop without dying, and therefore reducing the number of loops it takes to get to the boss. So the boss doesn't have a chance to scale up. You have all these here, and all of a sudden, the game becomes easier and it opens up when you realize that supply is the most important thing in this game. More even than the war camp. Get your supply down. You need to be upgrading this number non-stop. It's your primary goal here. Get as many supply things as you can. Hold on to those kitchen knives. Do not destroy them. Kitchen knives, old paintings, and what's it called? Where is it there? The Count's Chair are without question some of the best items in the game. You want to get these. At the end of the day, if you really want to min-max your hero, it comes from supply. Because every 1% here and 1% there and 5% HP here, it adds up to making your hero incredibly strong, especially in the early parts of the game where you just outscale your opponents, okay? That is the secret, okay? So, upgrade your war camp and build out your supply. It makes a huge difference to you, okay? If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. Thank you so much for watching, and a very special thank you to all of our wonderful subscribers. Take a look at the other videos linked above if you have any other questions, and we'll see you in the next video.